In a time long ago, in a land where the sun bathed the earth in golden light and the air was filled with the songs of birds and the whispers of the wind, there lived a young prince named Sulaiman, known to many as Solomon. He was the son of Prophet Dawood, or David, a revered king and prophet. From his father, Sulaiman inherited not only a vast kingdom, but also a legacy of wisdom and deep devotion to Allah. From a young age, Sulaiman displayed remarkable intelligence and insight. One day, a dispute arose between a shepherd and a farmer. The shepherd's sheep had wandered into the farmer's vineyard at night, devouring the ripe grapes and causing significant damage. Seeking justice, they brought their case before King Dawood. King Dawood listened carefully and decided that the shepherd should give his sheep to the farmer as compensation for the lost produce. Young Sulaiman, observing the proceedings, respectfully intervened. He suggested a different solution. Let the farmer keep the sheep temporarily, benefiting from their milk and wool, while the shepherd tends to the vineyard until it is restored to its former state. Once the vineyard is fruitful again, each could reclaim their original possessions. Impressed by his son's fair and thoughtful judgment, King Dawood implemented Sulaiman's suggestion. This incident showcased Sulaiman's deep understanding of justice and mercy, qualities that would define his reign. As Sulaiman grew, his devotion to Allah deepened. He prayed earnestly for a kingdom unparalleled in history. Allah granted his request, bestowing upon him extraordinary gifts. Sulaiman was blessed with the ability to understand and converse with all creatures. The chirping of birds, the chatter of animals, even the hum of insects were intelligible to him. The Jinn, beings created from smokeless fire, were placed under his control. They labored for him, constructing magnificent structures, diving into the depths of the oceans to retrieve pearls, and performing tasks beyond human capability. The winds became his obedient servants, enabling him to travel vast distances swiftly, carrying him and his entourage across his expansive realm. One day, Sulaiman set out with his grand army, which included soldiers, jinn, and a vast array of birds. As they marched, they approached a valley inhabited by ants. One diligent ant, sensing the impending approach of the mighty procession, warned her fellow ants, "O ants, enter your dwellings lest Sulaiman and his hosts crush you unknowingly." Sulaiman heard the ants' warning and smiled warmly. He was moved by the tiny creature's concern and the intricate society they had built. He paused his army's advance and offered a prayer of gratitude to Allah, saying, "O my Lord, inspire me to be thankful for the blessings you have bestowed upon me and my parents, and to do righteous deeds that please you. Admit me, by your mercy, among your righteous servants." This event, though seemingly small, highlighted Sulaiman's humility and his recognition of Allah's vast creation, where even the smallest beings have their significance. In Sulaiman's vast kingdom, every creature had a role. Among them was the hoopoe bird, known for its keen eyesight and swift flight. One day, during an inspection of his avian forces, Sulaiman noticed the hoopoe's absence. He remarked, "Why do I not see the hoopoe? Is he among the absent? I will punish him severely unless he brings me a valid excuse." Soon after, the hoopoe arrived, flapping its wings in haste. It bowed before Sulaiman and exclaimed, "I have discovered something you are not aware of. I come from the land of Sheba with important news. I found a woman ruling over them. She has been given abundance and possesses a magnificent throne. However, her people worship the sun instead of Allah." Intrigued by this revelation, Sulaiman decided to invite the Queen of Sheba and her people to the worship of Allah. He composed a letter and handed it to the hoopoe, instructing it to deliver the message and observe their response. The hoopoe soared across deserts and mountains, finally reaching the splendid courts of Queen Bilqis of Sheba. Dropping the letter before her, the bird perched nearby, watching intently. The queen opened the letter, which read, "In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Do not exalt yourselves above me, but come to me in submission to Allah." Pondering over the message, Queen Bilqis consulted her advisors. They acknowledged their strength in battle, but left the decision to their wise queen. Opting for diplomacy, she decided to send Sulaiman valuable gifts, hoping to understand his intentions. When the envoys arrived with treasures, Sulaiman, unimpressed, sent them back with a message. "Do you offer me wealth? What Allah has given me is far better than what He has given you. Return to your people. We will come to them with forces they cannot withstand." Recognizing the futility of resistance, Queen Bilqis decided to visit Sulaiman herself. Upon learning of her approach, Sulaiman turned to his assembly and asked, "Who among you can bring me her throne before they arrive?" A powerful jinn responded, "I can bring it to you before you rise from your place." But another, endowed with knowledge of the scripture, said, "I can bring it to you in the blink of an eye." Instantly, the magnificent throne of Bilqis appeared before Sulaiman. He remarked, "This is by the grace of my Lord to test whether I am grateful or ungrateful." When Queen Bilqis arrived, she was astonished to find her throne in Sulaiman's court. She realized the profound wisdom and power bestowed upon him and declared, "My Lord, I have wronged myself, and I submit with Sulaiman to Allah, the Lord of all worlds." Demonstrating his devotion, Prophet Sulaiman undertook the monumental task of constructing a grand temple known as Masjid Al-Aqsa in Jerusalem. This edifice served as a central place of worship and a symbol of unity and faith for his people. The construction involved intricate craftsmanship, with the jinn contributing to its grandeur under Sulaiman's command. The temple not only showcased architectural brilliance, but also stood as a testament to Sulaiman's commitment to fostering a community centered around the worship of Allah. Despite his unparalleled power and wealth, Sulaiman remained ever humble and grateful. He often retreated to solitude, reflecting on Allah's blessings and seeking guidance. One of his heartfelt prayers was, "O my Lord, forgive me and grant me a kingdom that will not belong to anyone after me. Indeed, you are the bestower." Allah answered his sincere supplication, granting him a dominion unmatched in history. Yet Sulaiman's greatness was not in his wealth or power, but in his unwavering faith, humility, and commitment to justice. As the years passed, Sulaiman continued to rule with wisdom and compassion. One day, while overseeing the labor of the jinn, he stood leaning on his staff, deep in contemplation. Unbeknownst to his subjects, his soul was taken by the angel of death in that very position. His body remained upright, supported by the staff, and the jinn continued their work, unaware of his passing. It was only when a tiny termite began gnawing at the base of Sulaiman's staff that the truth was revealed. The persistent creature chewed through the wood, weakening it gradually. Eventually, the staff gave way, and Sulaiman's body collapsed to the ground. Only then did the jinn and his people realize that he had passed away. This event served as a profound lesson. It demonstrated that the jinn did not possess knowledge of the unseen. Had they known, they would not have continued their labor, believing Sulaiman was still observing them. This story underscores the limitations of even the most powerful beings and highlights the omniscience of Allah alone. The life of Prophet Sulaiman is a testament to the virtues of wisdom, humility, and unwavering faith. Despite his unparalleled dominion and the extraordinary gifts bestowed upon him, he remained a devoted servant of Allah, always mindful of his responsibilities and the transient nature of worldly power.